Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're looking at Arrival. EV firm Arrival collapses, owing over £1 billion. This is quite incredible. And if I'm being completely honest, this is really unfortunate. This has to be one of my favorite EV companies, one that has plenty of potential, one that I was sure would be successful in this world without proper funding, proper leadership. A company like this really struggles, really struggles a lot. And I see a lot of things occurring in the Arrival company. For one, it feels like the Arrival company is a victim of timing. You've got to understand when this company went public, like many other EV companies, there were piles of cash being pumped into electric vehicle companies. The hype was huge. Money being pumped into Lucid, Rivian, Arrival, money being pumped into Canoo, Faraday Future, so many different EV companies. And to see these same companies struggling right now, Friday Future, Canoo, Arrival, Polestar, it's quite a shock, but there's just the crazy demand is not the same right now that it was in 2021, 2022. The crazy demand is not as high anymore. And to be completely honest, this does have an impact on almost everything. Because you can clearly tell this is a serious company. They want to do serious business. Just imagine being an employee at the moment in this company. Imagine being the owners, an investor in this company, and just watching everything crumble. No one is buying this company, which is quite a shock, to be honest. But also, if someone were to buy this company, would they have to take up the obligation of owing over £1 billion? You're not going to get a lot of buyers who want to pay that much and more than that, because you got to buy the company. And at the moment, based on what the company is probably worth pennies, if I'm being completely honest. As sad as that is, it's probably worth pennies. And very often you have these deals. If someone were to buy this company, what exactly are they gaining out of buying this company? And a tricky thing as well as Arrival tried to be independent. They made some really good concepts. The products really seem promising. From the taxi hailing car with Uber, the Uber partnership, that was brilliant, to the delivery van, the bus. This company has invested serious time, serious money, serious energy into creating something that's really wonderful. But the market is brutal. And the sad thing about this company not existing anymore, the sad thing about watching this company sort of just dissipate, the market that they're in, the market segment, is not the most competitive market. Now, if they were trying to be the next Tesla, that's super competitive. But no, what they're trying to do, not a lot of companies are providing this service. Rivian is providing EV vans, Mercedes providing EV vans. I think you've got Ford providing EV vans. There's quite a few companies, but there's still so much room to grow. There's still so much demand in this space. And I feel like we need companies like Arrival to do what they do. They do have assets. What about the bus? What about the Uber ride hailing taxi that they made, the car, the prototype? These are assets. So whoever would buy this company, they would have to see some sort of value in these assets. They'd have to think, would it be easier for me to buy this company, or would it be easier for me to just get my own people to build these products but slightly different? And I believe Hyundai is actually doing this at the moment. I made a video on this. Hyundai actually invested in Arrival. And then they decided, we're not going to buy the company. I don't know why they made that decision, but they decided to do something very similar to what Arrival is doing. Modular vehicles. Manufacturing modular vehicles. And that's what Arrival wanted to do. Manufacture modular vehicles in microfactories. And microfactories is a concept that still isn't being well adopted. Hyundai will not adopt the microfactory concept. The microfactory concept is extremely difficult to get right because it's never been done before. And for a company like this, it needs a lot of help to survive. It needs a lot of help to just make it to the finish line, or each make it to cash flow break even. It's really difficult. So the UK business of electric vehicle company Arrival owes They owe more than 1.2 billion across unpaid tax, wage, suppliers, and money owed to shareholders, administrators. Documents shows. My goodness, that actually is terrible. So unpaid tax, which is very serious, by the way, wages, suppliers, and money owed to shareholders. The UK arm of formerly Nasdaq listed EV developers entered administration in February after it was unable to secure a buyer. It's just been unable to secure a buyer. If anyone wants to buy this company, they'll just consider, wait, we can probably do this ourselves. The technology has already existed. And apparently, it followed a collapse of the SPAC merger deal last year. I heard about the SPAC merger deal, but I was under the impression that this deal was successful, but apparently it might not have been. According to a statement of affairs from administrator EY, Arrival UK owes more than 1 billion to shareholders. My goodness. Nearly 36 million to secure creditors not covered by the value of the asset, and 103 million to unsecure creditors. Oh, wow. So it literally says it right here. The company entered into administration in February. It's either they're going to get a buyer or they're going to have to sell off their IP. But one of the hardest thing to hear through this article is that they owe wages, employee wages. They owe employee money, their employees. That's tough because there's people who are working in these high positions who expect their payments. And of course, people would probably are leaving the company as we speak, if there's anyone left. The Banbury-based company was valued at 9 billion just 3 years ago. Arrival unsecured creditor debt includes 19 million to suppliers, including over 1 million to AWS, 103,000 to rival provider Google Cloud, £315 to London-based specialist coffee provider Grind. Okay, that's interesting. The company also owes over 10 million to HMRC. That's in tax. 73 million in intercompany debt. 373,000 in unpaid salaries. Wow. And holiday leave and 102,000 in pension responsibilities. The estimated value available if they were to sell their primary asset, including IP, patents, machinery, and software, is 50 million. The majority of that 50 million is estimated value of the IP. That's if they were to sell off their IP. I suppose it would be enough to pay the tax. Definitely can pay off the tax. But it's enough to pay off the wages. So yeah, they'll just have to sell their asset and try to pay off a lot of this debt. But they can't pay off everything. What about the 73 million in intercompany debt? But of course, a lot of this responsibility is going to fall on the company. It's not going to fall on the employees. It probably won't even fall on the CEO or the founders, as long as they can provide evidence that they didn't do anything that is foul play. Then that's the thing about having a company, is that when you have a company, the responsibilities fall on the company, not you, the owner, which is a really interesting concept. Just a quick refresh on Arrival history. The company was founded in 2015 by Russian billionaire Denis Swirlov. The company aims to streamline the vehicle production process through robotics operated micro factories. And this is what's even more surprising, is that I would have think this company would have been able to get some sort of help from either Russian investors or the Russian government. But considering the current geopolitical state of affairs, and Arrival being registered in the UK, perhaps that's a hindrance, on Arrival having any connection to Russia at the moment would be bad for business, if it's not already. Speaking of which, since it has already have connection to Russia, such as the founder, has that made a difference whether or not companies are willing to invest in Arrival? Because we've been wondering, why hasn't Arrival been bought, or why haven't they had any investment? Why have they struggled so much? Is it because of this war? And is it because of the founder? Because I remember when this war started, Russians who had nothing to do with the war were being targeted. Whereas Russian billionaires, the yachts were being confiscated. There was Russian athletes who were being bullied in their given sports as if they're the one who started the war. Often it's the people who have nothing to do with the war who bear the consequence. the normal everyday civilians. What do you expect them to do? Go back in time and stop themselves from being born into a specific country? It's really silly sometimes. But there is a chance that this conflict between Russia and Europe at the moment might have had a negative impact on the Arava company. I might be wrong. But let's be honest. We've seen stranger things happen in this world. Let's be completely honest. There's definitely been stranger things happened in this world. So what's the situation with the CEO at the moment? This is the CEO, of course. Network is just under 1 billion as of 2022. And yes, nationality is that of Russia. But I think it says here he was born in Soviet Union, now Georgia. Interesting. But nationality Russian. Very interesting. So who knows if this actually had a negative effect on the Arava company. Definitely wouldn't be out of the realms of possibility. And just before I ended this video, of course, we know that Hyundai and Kia invested into the Arava company earlier on, but now, of course, they're doing their own idea. Basically, the same thing Arrival planned to do, but Hyundai branding, of course. And this is just normal. It's just business. And I like what Hyundai is doing because if Arrival can't do it, I think someone else needs to do it. And Hyundai and Kia seems like they can definitely accomplish that. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe to see more, leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.